Nier Reincarnation community. Here are 5 reasons Nier Reincarnation is turning players away and how the devs can fix it. This is going to be a few points of interest where I've heard many players complain about certain topics of the game that have been brought up, and honestly, many players have considered to not even play until new chapters come out just because of how tedious these are. And not even just tedious. I am going to slip a few nitpicks in between the nook and crannies, so I hope that you guys don't mind about that. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first off is Zenith's Brilliance and Shiny Perl pieces. Yeah, so apparently in certain banners, there's these items or materials known as Zenith's Brilliance pieces and Shiny Perl pieces. Basically, you need to collect 10 of them in order to create one item of either one, depending on which one you're collecting. So, why is this so annoying? Well, honestly, there's no need for this to exist. Sure, in concept it might sound cool, but in actual practice, most of these banners end up having you spend paid gems on the game, and you only get, and sure, you're guaranteed 1 per pull, but you know how many pulls you have to do before you can even get 1 Zenith's Brilliance or 1 Shiny Pearl? You have to do 10, and depending on how much gems you have to spend that are paid gems, by the way, on these banners, this can get really expensive because, again, it's paid gems. So you only get 1 piece per summon pull, and I would get it if it was like 5 pieces per summon pull, but 1? And the same thing goes for Shiny Pearls as well. I just don't understand why these need to exist. Why not just, like, for every 2, just give us a Zenith's Brilliance or Shiny Pearl? I feel like that would be a lot cooler. Or like in the past where, like, I forget, I think it was Black Friday summons, where they ended up having you buy certain tiers, and as the gems went up, they would give you, like, I don't know, like 5 advanced handbooks. I think there was a Zenith's Brilliance in the mix. Extra large weapon enhancements. They gave, like, fun ones like that I can understand, but pieces just seems to honestly just be more money to put in Applebot and Square Enix's and the devs' pockets than actually caring about the content in the game. In my opinion, it just doesn't need to exist. Just give us the Zenith's Brilliance and Shiny Pearls already. Okay, so this next one I'm putting as a little nitpick, kind of a dishonorable mention. I just want to slip it in real quick, and that's memoir selling. Basically, here's how memoir selling goes. You can select 20 memoirs to sell, but no more. And the worst part is you have to tap each and every single individual one. I find this to be extremely tedious. Now, I do know that the auto is there and that it does have settings that allow you to put the more lower tier memoirs. And yeah, sure, that is very helpful. But in my opinion, wouldn't it just be easier to just have all of your memoirs and being able to just kind of like tap, press, and hold and swipe to select as many as you want, and then just like go in between wherever else your other memoirs are, or have them locked, which locked memoirs are a feature so you can't have them sold, or 4-star memoirs so that you can just easily select all those and get through it in like 30 seconds rather than having to take 5 minutes. And again, you can have up to 999 memoirs, so that's a lot of time to be putting in just to sell memoirs. But you guys might be wondering, well, how do you get so many memoirs? Well, there's these events that come out called variation events, where they basically, you know, you got to grind those to get the tickets in order to get the weapons, which weapons are really good. And they just hand out memoirs like no one's business, so you'll probably end up having them stacked up in your gift box by the time you're done with them. It's a little nitpick, but it's an easy fix. Even if it doesn't really need to exist, I still think the convenience will be nice. Pity buying. Okay, to make it clear, I don't hate you if you pity buy. I honestly understand it for banners like crossover characters and the crossover events like the Automata, the Replicant, and Drakengard, because those characters will most likely not come back. Even though it does say that there's a possibility they can come back, the Japanese players kind of have shown a bit of proof in the pudding that it's probably not looking like to be the case, and it's just there just to keep players around. I'm not 100% sure on that, but honestly, Japanese players help us out here if there are any, because you guys are way further in Nier Reincarnation's trilogy, I guess you could call it, than Global is. But here is what I don't understand. I've heard multiple people say they're gonna pity buy abstract characters. I don't understand. Why would you spend that much money on something you're not even guaranteed to get? And on top of that, spend, now keep in mind, could have good luck, maybe spend like 300 or 3,000 gems, or buy 3,000 gems, ballpark estimate, and then go and next pull you get them. But most pity buyers will end up buying up till they have 200 shards and then buy the character from there. Up to that point, is it really worth it? Especially for an abstract character. Keep in mind, abstract characters can be obtained pretty much every time. They're not going anywhere. They're the 4-star variants of the main story characters. They aren't going anywhere. I'm pretty sure Bloodied worked the same way, but you can see in the rates if they're there or not. Usually you can get them in daily summon pools if you're lucky enough. But honestly, I've heard horror stories of people telling me how they've done over 500 summon pools and didn't even obtain one 4-star character or weapon. Yes. Before we continue, I do understand whales do need to exist for gacha games to stay alive. I perfectly understand this, but I feel like some people just need to be a bit more rational when spending money on the game. But hey, it's your money, not mine. But we are going to go into another topic that is with the 4-star summon rates later on in the video. But let's get into another rate, which brings me into the next topic of interest. Zenith's Brilliance drop rates. I think pretty much no matter what quest, what difficulty you're deciding to grind, it's still going to be the same rate. It's a lot lower, or at least very close. So to effectively grind Zenith's Brilliance, you have to basically bide your time and waste your life going into dailies and fighting through the first 2 phases and then checking to see if you get a rainbow variant item in the pause menu. And even if you do get a rainbow variant item, it isn't guaranteed that that will be a Zenith's Brilliance. It could be, I believe, a Supreme Adoration, or I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong on this one, but I believe it can also be a Polycrystal Thought, which both of those are really good since you need them to upgrade your EX weapons, but still. And sure, there is exchanges where you can buy Zenith's Brilliance from, but here's the catch. For most casual players who want the additional story content, you have to max stage dark characters' EX weapons in order to obtain the dark characters themselves and obtain the additional story content. And there's 12 characters in the game, so it's 12 EX characters, I believe. I don't know if Saryu has one yet though. I know she has an abstract and a regular, but that's for another video. Either way, either they have to go through and grind to get the character and obtain the story content, or they have to go and watch it on YouTube. Either way, I can't stand to see people with limited amount of time in their day for gaming not being able to obtain characters or their content on their own, because Zenith's Brilliance just are so low rates. And that isn't even bringing into account needing the, I believe, Memories of Light. And to be honest, EX characters, in my opinion, are some of the best characters in the game. They kind of have to be for how much time you have to invest just to get them. But devs, if you're listening, here's what you gotta do. Chance to drop. What you have to do is give Zenith's Brilliance a higher chance to drop so that you're more likely to obtain multiple in one day without the hassle. Maybe give Zenith's Brilliance a 10% chance instead of like a sub 5% chance. Because honest to goodness, Zenith's Brilliance is, especially with all the EX characters in the game, I don't think it's fair that pretty much even the most dedicated players have to waste so much time into having to be so focused on grinding these Zenith's Brilliance, when honestly, most of us only have like 1 or 3 if we're lucky. Let's go on to everybody's favorite topic. Pretty much 99% of the community will agree with me, but I'm gonna leave 1% open to the people with good luck or the gacha whales. And that's the summon pool rates for characters, specifically 4-star characters. There are people who want the crossover characters still that didn't get them because of their luck and RNG being a main factor at play when it comes to pulling 4-star characters. Seriously, have you not looked at the rates for 4-star character pulls? 2% chance, both on 1 through 9 and 10 summon pools. That's insane. Now for the people that do like it, I get it. You know, the investment in time, possibly the money you spend, and the adrenaline when you're doing these pulls and obtain these characters can make for a very fun experience. Heck, I'm even guilty of that in the past. But come on. I've got to be the latter here on that one. I think everybody can agree with me on this one. I personally think that 4-star characters should have a 10% chance to pull, and 3-star characters should have a 25% chance to pull, maybe even a bit higher. Just to obtain 10 2-star common weapons that we're never going to use and are just going to sell for a small lot of gold anyways. total force, and time. I've seen quite a few players who have made it to the Sun and Moon chapter and only have 64,000 total force, which is impressive. However, for those people, this is as much total force as you can really rack up. Mostly because of time being an issue, since there's only so much time in a day. And again, many people do work jobs, school, and have other stuff in life that they have to do before gaming. And Nier Reincarnation isn't really a necessity. Now, there's plenty of ways to increase your total force, which you should definitely give a watch if you haven't broken 100,000 total force yet. But I am thinking of making a follow-up video to that as well, since now there's more factors at play for upping your total force game. But especially for the Abyss Tower events, players have told me that they can't even pass Quest 8. Now, I know that they are supposed to be challenging and that you are supposed to use strategy to win, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. But what about the players who don't have all the time in the world and really just can't get up to experience the higher total force challenges within the quests that really are the bread and butter? Sure, there are the challenges like, you know, do like a 20 combo, complete with a Keha and Rion, or, you know, complete with a character that use staves and guns. Like, you can do those, which even at the lower tier still are fun, but the higher, like Quest 15 to 20, or Quest 15 to Quest 20, is really where the strategy and true fun of the Abyss Tower events are at, because it puts what you have with you currently to the test. And that's what makes these so fun. But not everybody can experience these. Now, again, I'm not saying that they should add an easy mode either, but I personally think that there's plenty of other ways that you can bring up your total force, as I mentioned before. The problem always lines up with time, which is where many people really just don't have their total force game at. Time in Nier Reincarnation is the biggest problem, but on the contrary, it also makes the game very enjoyable in moments of achievement, such as finally unlocking an EX character when you've been grinding for so long with the Zenith Brilliance and the character lights. Also beating Quest 20 in an Abyss Tower event, or just pulling your favorite character from a banner. Wait, why am I going on about this when I know it's gonna be contradictory to the video's purpose? Ah, crap. Okay, but seriously, in the end, even if the Nier Reincarnation community is still kind of small, there's still a ton of great content for players to explore, such as the story and the unforgettable music within its soundtrack. I want this video to be a reach out to the community, and even if it's like a quadrillion% chance that Square Enix and Applebot will see this video, I want to still bring awareness to this, because I feel like these topics are really what could make Nier Reincarnation better if we were to tweak them and just take the advice that I brought up in this video. I personally think that Nier Reincarnation could be an extremely enjoyable gacha game. But let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. I really can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. If I did miss anything, please let me know. If you have something to contribute to this discussion, again, let me know in the comment sections below. Also, make sure to share this video with everybody in the Nier Reincarnation community. I really want to get a discussion going, and I want people to really just share their opinion and thoughts on my suggestions in this video and the content within it. I think it's definitely worth raising a discussion over, and I really can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Nier Reincarnation content and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video when I drop it. Make sure to check out the Nier Reincarnation playlist I have. I have almost 120 videos out. I basically started making videos since the global launch, so I think I'm doing pretty good video-wise. A bunch of value in those videos, so make sure to give them a check out. Always appreciate it. But with that being said, make sure to like the video if you've enjoyed, or give it a dislike. Heck, let me know why you disliked the video in the comment sections below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Take it easy out there, and peace out, boys. Sayonara.